From the gym. No one wants to see my sweaty face right now, but I'm going to show you my protein shake, and this is basically what I have most mornings for my breakfast, and it's pretty filling actually. So first of all, we put in the ice, then oat milk. I always use the semi oat milk because it's less calories and it's just easier in a shake. And then I always fill it up to like the 300 ml kind of mark. And then I've got a fresh banana. I love when they're like this and they've gone, is it ripened? You know what I mean. So put this in, whole banana, and then we want some squeezy honey. I do also have this honey which I use a lot. It's the one that we got from our local farmers market, and it's meant to be really good for hay fever, although my hay fever is not as bad anymore. It's not really in season, so sometimes I use that, but for now I'm just using this because it's easier to show you guys. And then this is the whole nut peanut butter. We always get a massive tub of this because we get through it so easily. Bailey loves it as well. So I put a teaspoon or like a big spoon of that in. I might put a little bit more actually. I am hungry. It's actually a bit later on in the day. I normally work out earlier, but I think it's like 11 o'clock or like 10:30. So I haven't had anything but my lemon water this morning, which I showed you guys. I have that every morning before I work out, and that's literally anything I have before I work out. So I always work out on an empty stomach. I just feel like it's a lot better for me. And then this is the Protein World vegan protein. I always used to use the Slender Blend, but my PT Liam, he recommended me to use vegan because I kept saying like I was getting bad tummies, I was bloating really bad, and he was like, it's basically whey, and obviously it has milk in it and I can't have milk, so that was definitely a massive trigger. So I've switched to this. I always have the chocolate flavour, it's so good. You're meant to put in 4 scoops, but I always put in 2 because I feel like I don't need that much. And then a little bit of chia seeds, and that is it. That is literally everything I put in my shake, and I tell you now, it is so yummy. It basically tastes like a chocolate milkshake, but it's obviously so good for after you work out. So I blend this, and then I'm just going to enjoy this while I get on with my morning, have a shower and get ready. So I've just quickly done my skincare and my makeup. I've gone very little on the makeup today. I just feel like if I put anything heavy on my face, to be fair, I never really put anything heavy on my face anyway. I always go quite like light and natural, but this is even lighter today. So really just kind of put on, it's basically like, I'd say it's like a tinted moisturiser. I'll show it you. It is the Charlotte Tilbury. I have the Wonder Glow on, which is basically like a primer, and then the Light Wonder, which I can't seem to find now. Bear with me. Okay, I found it. I'm going to come here because the light is better so you can see. So this is the Light Wonder, and I used it in shade 7. Normally I'm shade 6 in Charlotte Tilbury foundations, but honestly this isn't really like a foundation, but it's got SPF 15 in it. I kind of see it as like, it's like basically like a glowy tinted moisturiser. And then I've just basically done a little bit of mascara, penciled my eyebrows in, put some lip gloss on, and job's a good one. Because I feel like it's going to melt off today, although I am so thankful in our house that we have aircon. It is such a godsend, because this time last year was actually when I came to view this place. But before I get actually off subject, I also use this, which is the new Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray as well, to set my makeup. So yeah, I got off subject there. Like I was saying before, I'm going to walk and talk. Hopefully this isn't too bumpy. I'm going to come where it's a little bit better light. I came to view this place. It was literally like this time last year, because we viewed it in August and then we moved in September. So I remember in this time last year, and it was so hot like it is now here in the UK, and I walked in and I was just like, oh, the aircon hit me, and I feel like that sold me straight away, but obviously I fell in love with the place too. So yeah, I'm so glad we have aircon. We have it here in the bedroom, in the office, and also in sort of like the living room and kitchen area. But I'm just going to come downstairs now because I am dying for a glass of water, and also going to show you the water. Excuse me. Oh, come on then. Yeah, I'm going to show you the water that we've also stocked up in the fridge, because if you don't really like drinking water, this might be a good alternative. Okay, so here in the fridge, I always have water in this jar. So this is just like fresh water, although I have just ordered a water jug which has a filter in, so that will replace this. But I normally have like lemon or cucumber or mint in this, but Chris likes it quite plain, so I feel like he topped it up last, hence why there's like no fruit or anything in it. And then we also have this, which is the summer fruits. So this obviously just adds like a little flavour, and it's sparkling. Chris loves this, and also it's best to get the no added sugar one. And then obviously I always have my sparkling water, my San Pellegrino, however you say it. I always say it wrong, but absolutely love this. So like if you want just kind of a little bit of fizz or something other than just usual water, these are good little options. So if you've watched my vlogs on here for a while, you know I always make my coffees with this coffee machine. I will link it down below. I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon and they always have deals on it, but I absolutely love it. Always make my coffee with this. However, today I'm going to make a iced coffee, and Chris is just out at the minute, so I thought I'd make him one as well because it's his favourite. It's like the DeLonghi Instagram famous kind of coffee, and I haven't made it in ages because it's so hot today and iced coffee is a must. So I will show you how I make this. I'm just going to get the teaspoon. So it is 2 teaspoons of like ground coffee. Hold on, I might have to prop you up so I can do this properly. Okay, that's probably better. So we're going to go in with 2 scoops of this. I feel like this has gone all weird. I'm just doing it in like a big jug so I can mix it. But because obviously I'm making a coffee for both of us, which I'm sure he's going to love when he comes back, I'm going to do 3 scoops, and then some sugar. And it does say 2 spoonfuls of sugar. I don't really want to put too much in though, but because it's both of us sharing it, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just going to put in like half of a teaspoon twice. I feel like I'm not really making much sense today. I'm going to boil the kettle for the hot water and then show you how I mix it and make it. Okay, so the kettle is boiled. I'm going to go in with 2 teaspoons of hot water, and I feel like I'm properly measuring this out because whenever I do recipes I always kind of wing it and then I wonder why it doesn't work. So I'm going to go with 2.5 actually of water. And then I have this little whisk that I got from Amazon. It's not the greatest, but it will do. So we'll go in and try it with that and start mixing this up. I feel like it just goes so gloopy. Right, so now I've been whisking that for like a good 5 minutes. I don't know how people get it like a really light colour because I can never get it to go that light. I've put ice in the mug and then I'm just going to froth up some milk. So I normally always use oat milk semi, but I'm going to use the barista one and froth it with the coffee machine. I'm using the barista because this one's always better for a coffee. And then I'm going to froth this up with the coffee machine. That'll be enough, I think. Maybe a bit more. I'll show you how I quickly do that. Okay, so this doesn't look as Instagrammable as the normal DeLonghi coffees you probably see on Instagram, but honestly it's so good. It's like a frappe. So once you put the coffee in, mix it all in, and look at that. It's so frothy, it's so good, and obviously it's cool because it's in the ice, so this is going to go down a little treat. And I feel like this feels like it's kind of not like a meal, but you know, it's something to kind of tie you over until lunch. Just quickly blow dried my hair. It's looking a little bit frizzy though. I feel like it's getting long so fast. I slept in the Moroccan oil hair mask last night. Just because I feel like my ends were getting a little bit dry. So it's so good. I go on about it a lot here on my channel. It's the hydration mask. I'll link it down below for you guys because it's just my favourite. It leaves your hair smelling so good. But whilst I'm having my iced coffee, I thought I'd just have a chat with you because obviously this video is all around like kind of what I eat in a day and just kind of talk you through like my diet. And when I say diet, I don't mean that I actually like diet all the time where I have a strict diet. I mean diet in terms of like living sort of like a healthy, a balanced lifestyle. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my wine. That is probably my downfall. Wine, cheese, and savoury. Like I love crisps, like crackers, anything like that is normally my go-to. Although I do have a little bit of a sweet tooth. I'll have like sweets and stuff. Like I am the world's worst snacker. You can ask Chris. Like I am so bad. Come like 9 o'clock at night or whatever time it hits a little bit later, I always want a snack. So I do have like my obviously treats. We go out for date night and like dinners and stuff like that, and I won't limit myself to what I eat. Like if I want to have a burger, I'll order a burger. If I want to have a plate of pasta, then I'll do it. But there is some times where like I'll make sure I'm eating a lot better than I usually do, and I'll try and cut out carbs. That's usually kind of like a few weeks before I go away on a trip, or if I've got like a big sort of like campaign that I need to shoot, or if I've just come back from a holiday, I know that I've kind of like overindulged, I kind of like rein it back in. So I've been doing that a lot since I've come back from Spain from my recent trip, and we're actually going to the Amalfi Coast the end of this month. So I have been trying to eat a little bit better and working out a lot more. So our gym has actually reopened, so I've been going to the gym pretty much most days. I normally give myself a rest day on like a Wednesday or a Sunday, although it is a Wednesday today and I still went. So yeah, I'm trying to work out most days, and that's not just always for my body, that is generally for like my mental health as well. Like I woke up this morning, I was just feeling so like meh, like I really didn't have the motivation for the day. I feel like this heat is obviously affecting us as well. Yeah, I just felt really like pooey, if that's the word for it. So I got myself up, went to the gym, and oh my god, it just does wonders. Like I felt so much better afterwards. Obviously it lets off all the endorphins, but just generally working out makes me feel happier in my mind as well as in my body, because once I've worked out, I just feel so much better to get on with the day. So I normally always work out in the morning. Like I said, I have my lemon tea and then I go work out. The reason I wanted to just kind of chat with you is because as well I have IBS. So my stomach, I have so many issues with it. I still don't know all of the issues. Like I'm needing to go to the doctors and sort of have a lot more tests done and figure out sort of what my triggers are. But I definitely know my trigger was dairy. So whenever I have milk, well, I just generally can't have milk. If I do have milk, I'm literally just like, I can't even like walk. It kills me. Like my stomach is so bad. So obviously I always have oat milk. Even when I go away to Spain now, I take it with me. People think I'm crazy because a lot of the European countries don't have it, so I always take it to the restaurants with me and have it in my bag. So always have oat milk. I just prefer that over any other kind of milk. And then my other triggers are dairy, like I said. So I will have cheese, although afterwards I know I'll feel a bit funny. Obviously if I have like ice cream or anything like that, it does have or contains milk or cream, so I know that will also make me feel really bad. So it's just kind of wanting to eat the better things that I know will be better for my stomach, because it's not just about being sort of like skinnier. I hate that word because I feel like it should be used, let's say, more in shape or in your best shape. It's not about that for me all the time. It's generally just about feeling okay in my body, because my body can react so bad with IBS. If you're watching this and you have it, you will completely know, like some days this might be too much information. You can go to the toilet like normal, and then I can literally go like, no joke, a week and a half or something like that, and it's really bad. Like my bowel system isn't normal. See, IBS is irregular, so that's the whole reason for it. So sometimes, especially if I go away, I find I really struggle with my body then, because I feel like it kind of like feels off because I'll be eating a lot of different foods. It's not regular. I won't be going to the toilet as much and stuff like that. So I feel like this is a little bit too much information, but this is also why I have to kind of watch what I eat and sort of monitor what I eat as well. like I said, I have my things that I want. I do have wine and stuff like that. Kind of moving on from the subject of IBS, I do feel like it does make your weight fluctuate a lot, and especially being a woman and obviously time of the month, that can affect your weight as well. So I don't want this to be kind of like a trigger for anyone, or anyone to see this in a bad way, because honestly I feel like you should just be happy in your own body. That that is being a size 14, whether that is being a size 10, whether that is being a size 4, you just need to be happy with yourself and comfortable and confident in yourself. And I feel like I've kind of struggled with that throughout the years, because especially with social media and myself being in social media, you do compare yourself. And when you see like these Victoria's Secret models walking down the runway looking so slim and toned and like no cellulite, you're like, how on earth? And I'm sat there like eating at Ben & Jerry's with cellulite all up my ass and wondering how they do it. But honestly, you just need to feel more comfortable. And over the past few years, I've been really kind of like owning in on that, and just not kind of comparing myself, and just doing what is good for me and what is good for my body, and not seeing myself as a size, but just generally what I feel comfortable in myself. Okay, so it is lunchtime, and this recipe that I'm doing, I've actually shown it on here before in one of my latest vlogs. But you know, you just like something and you keep having it and you're craving it, and it's really healthy, so easy to make and so yummy. So I thought I'd make that for lunch today. It's like a peach salad. But by the way, I'm having to crouch down. I do this every time I'm in the kitchen because the lighting is so terrible in here. So this will just have to make do. But I'm going to show you what you need. Literally, it's only like, I think it's like 5 ingredients, if that. So this is definitely one to do if you're in a rush, you just want something real quick and simple. So all you need is peaches. I try and find like the bigger ones that are like juicier. So I'm just going to use 3 this time. So I'm just making it obviously for me and Chris. You need some rockets, some burrata. This is actually meant to be with burrata. I was using mozzarella before, so this is the first time I'm using this. I'm sure it'll be a lot yummier. You need some pine nuts, balsamic glaze, and honey. So last time I made this, I put too much honey on it, so I'm gonna definitely rein that back today. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how you make it. Like I said, you can make this in literally 5 minutes. So whilst the pan is heating up behind me, I'm just gonna chop up the peaches. Now I just do these in like 4 kind of segments. So you have bigger slices. So that's 4 there. This bit. Obviously you wanna make sure you're not getting the pip inside. I feel like these peaches aren't as juicy though as normal. Oh, this one's so gross inside, look. That is definitely not fresh. So let's cut around that. Okay, that will do. Then all I'm gonna do with these is fry them in the pan for literally like a minute or so in some honey, just so they kind of go a little brown and juicy. Like I said, I did too much last time, so I'm literally only going to do like a slight bit on them. That will do. And then obviously make sure they're kind of face down like this whilst they cook. And like I said, you probably just have to leave them on for like a minute or so, just so they start to kind of go a little bit brown. Whilst the peaches are cooking, I'm just going to make the salad. So you want, say like half a bag of rocket, depending on how many people are eating it. I don't like it to be too leafy. And then we want the burrata. I love cheese. With this, you just want to sort of shred it. Obviously this goes very watery, so you have to be careful with it. Yeah, you just want to kind of shred this into the salad as so. It's so gooey and watery. I actually think probably mozzarella is better for this, but obviously this is what the recipe says, so I'm going to go with it. So the burrata is in, and then I'm going to go in now with some pine nuts, literally just sprinkle a few. I like to do quite a few because I like it to have that kind of crunch. So that is it, and then I'm just going to now put the peaches on top. They'll be done by now. So as you can see, they just kind of go a little bit brown. Put these on top of the salad. Just drizzle over a tiny bit of honey, and and then the balsamic glaze. And voila, that is it. Like I said, I did show this in my last recipe. There's nothing different. I've just used burrata this time. But this is honestly so yummy. And like I said, I'd made this in less than 5 minutes. So real quick and easy recipe to try out. Tonight Chris was on chef duty and we are doing a Caesar salad. Basically we had this insane Caesar salad when we were in France in Saint Emilion, and it was kind of like crispy chicken. Sorry, he was like rattling in the background. It was crispy chicken, so we've done that. A little bit of bacon. I always like the kind of American rashers. Some croutons, the Parmesan cheese. Chris has shredded up. Boiled eggs. Did we have eggs in it last time? We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this gives memories of when we had it. It was so good. And then obviously the Caesar, and he's put the sauce in it. I don't really like normal Caesar dressing, so this is the house light dressing from Pizza Express. It's obviously less calories, so a little bit more healthier. I mean, it is a salad, so it is healthy. Obviously the chicken and bacon is a little bit naughty. But it's a good balance because yeah, we're not having like crazy carbs or anything like that. But this is going to be so yum. I feel like we've been craving this for how long? Literally.
So long.
We're gonna put this together and have a yummy dinner, and we're gonna sit out on the patio tonight because it's a really hot evening and we haven't really been sitting out there a lot at the minute. So we're gonna enjoy it, and you're gonna have your dinner. You're gonna have some kibble and some chicken, huh? Are you eating healthy this week? Bailey was on a diet after holiday because he was eating so much good food, obviously, and my dad was like giving him so many snacks. So you've been on a little diet, haven't you, since you've been back? And this is it. Just need to put the chicken on. Looks so yum. I mean, the chicken is definitely naughty. You can bread the chicken yourself. We did find the recipe, but just out of sake of time, we got it kind of pre-made. This is my yummy salad tonight. Good morning. So it is my day off the gym today. I'm having a rest day, so I thought I would show you what I have when I don't have like my post-workout shake. So I've got the Oatly yogurt. This is just the plain one. Obviously I can't have normal yogurt or milk, so this is really good. And then I'm gonna use the farmer's market honey, because this is just honestly so good. And I have this cute little stick that goes with it to like drizzle it over. So I'm gonna do yogurt, fruit. We haven't got any strawberries in. I think we've got raspberries, so I'm going to do that with some raspberries and honey. I'm never really hungry in the mornings, but I feel really hungry this morning, so I'm just going to listen to my body. And also have some Weetabix. I love Weetabix, and I have mine hot, so I'll show you how I do that as well, because people think it's weird how I do them. And then I've also got some cherries here just to kind of like have as a snack afterwards. So yeah, quite hungry, so this is a little bit of a healthy breakfast to have. Okay, so I'm just gonna do, I don't really like to have a lot of this, so I'm only gonna do a little bit. Just like mix this around a bit. I'm just gonna do like 2 spoonfuls, maybe 3 actually, of yogurt. Put some fresh raspberries in here. I normally like strawberries, but the shop didn't have them, and this is what we've got. Then I'm going to do a little bit of honey. Honestly, you can taste the difference in like a good honey compared to like the supermarket one. This looks so aesthetically pleasing, if you can see. So a little bit of honey. And then I actually might add some chai seeds this too. So yummy. And then just sprinkle some chai seeds over the top. So that is like a little healthy, yummy breakfast dish. And then I'm gonna make my Weetabix and show you how I do it, because like I was saying, I have mine hot and then I like mush it up. I've had it like that since I was a kid. Honestly, my mom thought I was weird, but this is the way I eat it and I love it. So, I mean, it's nothing fancy, it's nothing new, but I'll show you guys how I have it. Again, going in with Oatly. I swear, I need a sponsorship with Oatly. So, shout out to Oatly if you want to sponsor me, because honestly, I have so much of their milk. So I kind of fill, I'd say like a quarter of the bowl with the milk. And then I'm going to put this in the microwave, warm it up, put the Weetabix in and mush it in. Honestly, so weird, but it is so good. Warmed up the milk, nothing new there. And then I'm going to use normally like 1.5 or 2. Honestly, this breakfast just reminds me of being a kid. I just love it. You know, you just have like nice memories of meals. I don't know if that's weird or not, but okay, so I'm going to put 1 in. I'm going to put like 1.5. And then literally all I do is like mush this into the milk, and then I either put like honey with it or sugar just to make it like a little bit sweet. And it will look so gross, but for me it tastes so yummy. I just like it all mushed up. So that is it. Honestly, like I said, it doesn't look nice, so I like it like this, like not too thick, a little bit runny. And this is my breakfast. It doesn't look Instagrammable at all, but this is what I love.